Marie Curie quotes. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. One never notices what has been done. One can only see what remains to be done. Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. Life is not easy for any of us. But what of that? We must have perseverance and above all confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this thing must be attained. I am one of those who think like Nobel, that humanity will draw more good than evil from new discoveries. I am among those who think that science has great beauty. A scientist in his laboratory is not only a technician. He is also a child placed before natural phenomena which impress him like a fairy tale. Humanity also needs dreamers, for whom the disinterested development of an enterprise is so captivating that it becomes impossible for them to devote their care to their own material profit. You cannot hope to build a better world without improving the individuals. To that end, each of us must work for his own improvement and, at the same time, share a general responsibility for all humanity. Our particular duty being to aid those to whom we think we can be most useful. I was taught that the way of progress was neither swift nor easy. Be less curious about people and more curious about ideas. I was born to be a scientist. You must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right. There is no connection between my scientific work and the facts of private life. I have frequently been questioned, especially by women, of how I could reconcile family life with a scientific career. Well, it has not been easy. I am of a quiet nature, and there must be a strong motive to induce me to display passion. First principles must rest on incontrovertible facts. When radium was discovered, no one knew that it would prove useful in hospitals. The work was one of pure science. And this is a proof that scientific work must not be considered from the point of view of the direct usefulness of it. Sometimes I had to spend a whole day mixing a boiling mass with a heavy iron rod, nearly as large as myself. I would be broken with fatigue at the day's end. Other days, on the contrary, the work would be a most minute and delicate fractional crystallization, in the effort to concentrate the radium. My experiments proved that the radiation of uranium compounds can be measured with precision, under determined conditions, and that this radiation is an atomic property of the element of uranium. All my life through, the new sights of nature made me rejoice like a child. After all, science is essentially international, and it is only through lack of the historical sense that national qualities have been attributed to it. In science, we must be interested in things, not in persons. We should not allow it to be believed that all scientific progress can be reduced to mechanisms, machines, gearings. Even though such machinery also has its beauty. Neither do I believe that the spirit of adventure runs any risk of disappearing in our world. I tried out various experiments described in treatises on physics and chemistry. And the results were sometimes unexpected. At times, I would be encouraged by a little unhoped for success. At others, I would be in the deepest despair because of accidents and failures resulting from my inexperience. Unknown in Paris. I was lost in the great city. But the feeling of living there alone, taking care of myself without any aid, did not at all depress me. If sometimes I felt lonesome, my usual state of mind was one of calm and great moral satisfaction. The older one gets, the more one feels that the present moment must be enjoyed, comparable to a state of grace. We must keep our certainty that after the bad days the good times will come again. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. Humanity needs practical men, who get the most out of their work, and, without forgetting the general good, safeguard their own interests. I am only a simple woman who lives in a small apartment, who must earn her own bread even though she has a son named Pierre.
Marie Curie facts. Marie Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and remains the only person to have won Nobel Prizes in two different scientific fields, physics and chemistry. She coined the term radioactivity and conducted groundbreaking research on radioactive materials, which led to the development of new fields in science. During World War I, Marie Curie established mobile radiography units, known as little Curies, to provide X-rays to diagnose injuries on the battlefield. Despite facing gender discrimination and societal challenges, Curie became the first female professor at the University of Paris. Curie's research was not limited to her own scientific pursuits. She actively encouraged and supported other scientists, including her own daughter, Irene Joliot-Curie, who went on to win a Nobel Prize in chemistry. Curie's notebooks and personal belongings are still highly radioactive and require special handling, due to her extensive exposure to radioactive materials. In recognition of her contributions, the element with atomic number 96 was named curium in her honor. Marie Curie's work laid the foundation for advancements in nuclear physics and the development of nuclear energy, which has both peaceful and destructive applications. Her dedication to scientific discovery and her pioneering spirit continue to inspire women in STEM fields worldwide. Marie Curie's legacy extends beyond her scientific achievements. She remains an icon of perseverance, determination, and the pursuit of knowledge.